Oh. Hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome back to one of my live streams. Welcome back to Talos Principle, Road to Gehenna. Possibly finishing it tonight. Thought could maybe finish it last time I streamed it, which was 2 days ago. Last time I played. And I spent a lot of time in World 4, which was the final of the 4 worlds. And I did fully complete it, all stars as well, which I did not foresee happening, especially on stream. So now, all that is remaining, I've left it on this screen so that you can actually see before I load up my game, and just past the 9-hour mark on the DLC. 100% of messengers rescued, or people rescued, or AI rescued, whatever you want to call it. And 100% of stars. So bear with me just 1 second. I'm not happy. I listened to the last stream back a little bit. And it was my microphone quality as well as the volume was very inconsistent. My voice was clipping a lot despite having the gain turned right down. I've already checked, the gain is completely down, but I can see on the audio mixer on Streamlabs that my voice does seem to be clipping a little bit and maxing out. So I've just reduced the decibels a little bit more, down to -5, and hopefully that will be enough. I'm not quite sure what's going on. It's been a very long time since I did this. Just checking in my audio mixer software that I have. I use Voice Meter, and whilst I have adjusted the voice I've made the microphone a little more bassy, a little more on the low end. I'm not boosting the output volume at all, so I don't know why I'm having issues with microphone volume and quality, but I'm sure I'll get on top of it over the coming streams, however many streams I end up doing. So, just before we start, I actually need to take my jumper off. I've got a little bit hot, and then we'll hop straight into what is hopefully the very end of the Road to Gehenna DLC. Okay. Let me just shuffle my chair in. Sorry, because you might be getting the background noise again. I've also adjusted the noise gate, so hopefully you won't hear my breathing or the mouse clicking or the keyboard too much, because that was something else I noticed in the stream on Saturday. Was that there was a wait, no, it wasn't Saturday, was it? It was yesterday. There was an awful lot of background noise being picked up, and like I said, it was as if the gain or something kept shifting in terms of microphone quality. It's very weird. Hopefully it doesn't persist. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, and we're going to get into Road to Gehenna for possibly the final time. So this is the Star World of the DLC. So done the 4 main worlds. This is all optional really, and we've got 7 sigils to collect. If we can collect all 7 sigils, we'll be able to go back, do the sigil puzzle, and hopefully speak to / release admin, which I assume will give me a different ending, and then in my own time I'll go and see the other endings. That will then leave me with the in the beginning. I was going to say DLC, but it's not DLC. It's just additional content for this version of the game, for the remaster. And then that'll be Talos Principle wrapped up. So that's going to be a big deal for me. Nothing on the computer, and we've got some developer commentary. I think that is how we're going to kick off tonight's session.
Most of these puzzles, except for the big one, were actually made by one of our programmers who worked on the connector mechanic. They came up with some really clever ways to use it, which led to what we now call the laser grid. That whole concept evolved into something bigger and became the main gameplay thing in Orpheus Ascending, the first map in Talos 2 Road to Elysium expansion.
Okay, so kind of giving away that there's a... talking about Talos 2, which if you saw the previous stream, you'd know would upset me a little bit because I haven't played Talos 2 yet. And I obviously want to go in completely blind. And I guess knowing a little bit about the puzzles of one of the DLC maps is kind of fine. But he said all of these puzzles apart from the big one. And I was thinking about this today whilst I was working. I remember stepping foot in here and looking around, and I can see that it's just a bunch of puzzles, right? It's a bunch of puzzles in a circle. And I was thinking, I bet they all connect to a degree. And I did have a kind of wild thought of maybe the way you release all the sigils is that every single puzzle has to connect to each other. And then when you connect the final piece, all of the sigils become available. Maybe that's what will happen, but I doubt it. But I do get the sense these are going to be really tough. So here we go with the first one. Binary. Obviously, first things first, release the gate, which is going to release you. Oh, wow. Okay. So, this is going to... Based on the way... I can't remember his name. But the way he was describing it, I'm kind of thinking this is going to involve using lasers slightly different to how I've been used to up to this point. See, I think the thing that's throwing me off here is it's such a small puzzle area that you kind of... I'm telling myself, like, oh, this should be quite straightforward. And that is just not going to be the case whatsoever, is it? So the puzzle's called binary. So ones and zeros. So... Is there... right, okay, hold on a minute. Raymania. See, part of me thinks you're gonna need to connect from there. But that won't make much sense because... Oh, hold on a minute, hold on. First things first, let's put you back in your box. We don't want to play with you. So if I was to connect to something over here, it doesn't actually benefit me in any way. So I think this will be self-contained. But But I need 3 just to hook one of these up. Oh, this is going to be really tough, isn't it? I'm just trying to think. Is it a red herring in any way? I.e., do I actually only need to open up the blue gate and then the jammer's going to get me through? Or the red gate, you know, whatever. But I can't get the jammer. I can't get the jammer in there. Unless, hold on. Where do you go? Do you head that way? No. That would have been too simple. Back in your box. Definitely no little windows or little nooks, little crannies. What could possibly be the right way to do this? If I was to feed... I need to test something. Let me do it out here. What I'm thinking is, if I have 2 beams, but then go into 1, that's not at all what I was trying to do. No, that doesn't work. Does the red one open the gate? Is that... Surely that is not a thing. No. I was wondering if having the red on held this gate open. That doesn't work. First puzzle, and I am stumped. I knew these were going to be difficult. I didn't realise how difficult. I say difficult. Nearly every one of these puzzles, once you work the solution out, it's like, ah, it was actually something quite straightforward. That doesn't stop it from being difficult initially, though, does it? If it takes you that long to work it out. The only thing I can think here is that I open up gate 1 with the red beam, and that the blue beam is a red herring. Again, that kind of plays into the binary of 1s and 0s. That would be a 1 for the red, and a... Oh, shit, hold on. Forget it. I've got a feeling that I figured this out. I think, right, so this bastard interrupts the beam. So I think I have to place these in such a way that this guy blocks it, right, as it passes. So as it passes the red one, it'll go off, and then it will hook up with the blue one. Fuck you. And then it's just a case of me heading through at the right time. Let me show you what I mean. And then you go red, no, red, back here, blue, here, yep. It will go red, and then, oh, very nice game. Okay, I like that. Yeah, that's good. Do you know what? It feels shit when you feel like this game has you beaten, and then when you beat it, it's beautiful. Nice. Big fan. Okay. So I had read or heard a couple of things previously over the years about Road to Gehenna, and especially the end, that, you know, it starts to... You need to break the game, again, quote unquote, like I was saying yesterday, break the game in new ways that the developers have kind of... They want you to. You know, there's always an intended solution, especially with the core game of the Talos principle. But over time, the players started to figure out ways to break it. I'm sure the developers, Crow Team themselves, knew of ways to break it. And it seems like they're now starting to incorporate interesting ways of doing that. That isn't so much breaking the game, but, you know, kind of having to have that knowledge of the game mechanics. Which makes it sound like I'm really bigging myself up. I'm not. I mean, I am a little bit. I'm quite proud of myself for figuring that out. Again, one of those. I was saying it yesterday during one of the puzzles. If you feel like you're stumped, step back, completely reassess. Come at it from a different angle. If you still got no idea, leave that puzzle. Go away to a different one. And see what you can do. Right, this one's called Ray Mania, so there'll be a lot of rays, I imagine. Doesn't feel like I'm getting a very smooth frame rate here. I will say that. Which is kind of irritating. What's going on then? Right, so we need blue and a red. So this seems really straightforward. But it won't be. Right, red is... this is going to be very awkward indeed. Then we need to go... What side is what? Red left. Okay. Let's think about this. Alright, hold on. Before... this sound of this is doing my head in. Shut up. There we go. So red is left. So this seems really straightforward, but the moment I do that, I lose everything. So something to think about. So these two are now keeping each other open. The difficulty comes from lining these up. How many other connectors have I got? Wow, that's it. Okay. Yeah. So they both need to go the same side. So red has gone this way. And then blue... Blue can't really come from this side. Can it? The only way it could come from this side is if it came around the back. This is a toughie. Let's stop that. There's blue there and blue there. The only logical step in my head is that these two are purely for getting the beams going early, but these two are the ones I need to be holding each other open. That makes a lick of sense. So... it's hard though, because the moment I get rid of that, I'm screwed. Or am I? Hold on. One, two, no. This is hurting my head. This is a real tough one. This is now self-sufficient. I don't need to jam that open. So that's a big +1 for me. Red is left, right? So you can go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and they'd all be within range. Okay, that's fine. So once these are all held open, I can very much make red sit here. The problem is the beams then completely cross. I don't need that anymore, though. I don't need that anymore. Yeah, yes, I do. I need to get rid of this. How can I get rid of this? How can I get rid of it without breaking everything? That's the... Right, hold on. Might actually be getting somewhere. Might be. One, two, three, four. That is now no longer needed. So blue, once this is on, can just wrap around. Fuck. Question is how... Ah, this hurts my head. I need blue here to hold this open. I need blue here to hold this open. That's where the blue needs to come from. And then it will be one connector there. One around the back. And then the third. Let's just get this lined up and ready. So I need that for now. It's this beam that's the problem. Don't know if this will work. Right, that does mean I can stop jamming that, which is good. Oh, my head. Need to get rid of this beam. This beam has to go. Fuck hell, really? I can't... This is so difficult. I haven't used this one at all. I feel like I'm supposed to. If I do something really stupid here. If I at least nail that bit down. Ah, hold on. That's now given me a pretty straight shot there. No, I think I've just put myself back to square one, but instead of having all the reds laid out, I've got blue laid out. Oh, man. Fucking kidding me. Ah, yeah. Of course there's a problem. There's always a problem. How many connectors have I got spare? One. See, what's annoying is that looks like it's quite clearly below it. Yeah, you can't perceive. That doesn't work. Oh! Oh! Ha 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 ha! Oh my god, have I done it? 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 Yes! Oh, yes! Woo! Wow, that was tough. But then when you see the this is what I mean. So that was really hard. That felt hard. I don't know how long that took me. It felt like about 15 minutes, but I then look at the final layout and I'm like, that's quite straightforward. Only used half of them in the end. cool. Right, 2 down. 5 still to go. Oh my goodness. Was I right in seeing that this doesn't... There is one that doesn't use connectors at all, so that would just be jammers. Right, okay, next one. Temporal solution. What does temporal mean? I can't really remember. See again, another one. Look how simple this is. You've got two connectors, 3 connectors, 2 receivers, and 2 beams. This is just one of those. Think. See, again, I feel like this is another get through the first gate and then get through the second gate. But once I'm through that first gate, I can't do anything. This is going to be something stupidly complicated. Ah, hold on. It's going to involve coming through here. It's got to be. I don't think you can actually see it, though. Right, hold on. Which one's... So blue is the first gate, so I need to do red. Okay. I think I've got this somewhat figured out. I definitely haven't... Well, obviously I haven't figured this out yet, but I know... Oh, excuse me. I know that it involves doing that. However, that beam is still going to cross over. I'm gonna do... Oh no, you can't cross over here. Oh. No, you can't. See, I could point something over from here. Potentially. This one's called Double Trouble. Ah, you can't actually. Right, let's not worry about this one right now. That's the connectorless one. Temporal solution. So, the reason I've reset it is I'm pretty sure... It's not blue I need, is it? It's red. Red first. See, what I then did was connect it to red. I think what I actually need to do is connect to blue. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to change things. In fact, I don't actually think it is going to change anything. I hate ones like this. It seems so fucking simple and it just isn't. Okay. Oh my god. Please don't tell me it's that simple. It could be. No, maybe not. It's funny because this feels like the right solution, but can't be. Ah. Hold on. If you cross two beams over, one will block it. One will block and one will reach. Ah, yes. Again, breaking it in ways that you haven't up to this point in the game. Right, double trouble. Oh, fuck me. That scared the shit out of me. So they... Oh, what? So do they bring both online? Yeah, they do. Okay. And then can't get past. Okay. Let's... There's 3 gates there, right? Or is there 4? It's 4. Wow, okay. Oh, hold on. Surely you can't do it this way. Yeah, I'm... Right, I'm completely stuck. No, the game is fucked. Okay, we've established that is not the... that is not the intended solution. Oh, it's like I'm on a... I think this is completely broken. Let me reset. Character was like sliding around on ice. Okay, so... Ah. Yeah, you can't sneak past, obviously. It's just two jammers. This, again, the evil is in the simplicity of it. Well, if I do this, then both of them are passed. Not... Whoops. Not what I was trying to do. Which one does that open? Fuck off. Oh, it's literally the front two and the back two. Interesting. So that's... It doesn't work. You can't just do that because you need them. I really like the idea of this one though because it's, again, it's different. It's... Oh, fuck's sake. Never had to do something like this before. Let me go and get that. There's literally nowhere else for me to go. Ow. Ear pain. Okay. think I've broken it again. Okay, note to self, that definitely breaks the game. There we go, I can jump again. Ah. What if? Fuck me, is that really it? No. Oh, because that's... obviously. Dumbass. Yeah, that's literally it, isn't it? Oh my god. It wasn't even difficult. I was just thinking about it wrong. Yeah. Christ. Anyway. That's that one down. How many have we done? 4 down, 3 to go. 1 hour, 5 minutes into the stream. That's not too bad. I'm excited. We're nearly there. Nearly there now. What's this one called? Oh dear, big yawn. Transfer. Transferring of the beam. I thought that was a bit too straightforward. The reason I was so quiet then is I was not convinced, but I was optimistic there. Sorry. Oh, I have to keep yawning. It's been a long day. I was cautiously optimistic there that I'd already figured it out. So it's called transfer, so it's something about swapping the beams. Can't do that. Hmm. Don't know what that's gonna do. Oh, it's gonna stop me getting out. That's what it's gonna do. I'm extremely stumped on this one, which is why I'm not saying much. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo what I'm doing. Not achieving anything doing that, am I? I probably haven't really said a whole lot for over 10 minutes now. It's great streaming content. Good job, me. This might be the first time that I have to go away and come back to this one, but all of the previous puzzles I've done so far this evening, at one point I felt stuck, and then I just sort of figured it out. So I'm determined. I'm determined to get over the hump. What on earth is that achieving? That's not doing anything. There is only one gate. And that's done by blue. Oh. No, it's not. Is it? It's both of them, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Well, I misread that. Misread that situation. Big waterfall over there. Thought I could hear something. I haven't got a clue at this point. It's called transfer, so it involves transferring a beam, obviously, and I just have absolutely no idea right now how I would go about doing that. Doesn't matter where I put this. The outcome does not change. I don't know why I'm attempting to move that. God, it's 3 connectors. Come on, man. Hmm. Can't keep trying to cheese it. Doesn't work like that. Hmm. Fuck you, game. Oh, man. Right, I've been wasting too much time on that. Holy shit, I didn't actually realise how much time I spent on that. Just take a nice dip in the water. Take a load off. Wash away our sins. Wonder how far out you can go. There's bound to be Easter eggs around here somewhere. Man, really, really tough puzzle. Struggled with that. Hopefully I can move on and solve a couple, or at least one, and then revisit. Okay, Cut It Out is the name of this one. Goes there. It's bound to be another one. Ooh. Okay. Oh, okay. Just need to do that. Which allows me to turn it off. Then I can go get that one. Do I need to take this out? Nope, it's fine. Ah, put that there. That's not quite done the trick. I need to do that to there. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, okay, right. Bit of confidence back. 5 down, 2 to go. Looks like we're going to be saving that transfer one for last. What's this one? Small space, big solution. Oh, God. Please don't make that mean I have to do a hell of a lot. There's a lot of connectors. Shitty shit. Hold on. Assuming I need to do this to at least start. That opens that gate. Okay, already this one is a little bit rough. They weren't wrong. Small space, big solution. Ready. Maybe I need to bring this out. That can't be right. I'm thinking, I keep looking at that connector thinking that plays into this right now, but it can't because all I can do is point other connectors at it. I can't point that anywhere. This is where I'm thinking I have to block the beams again, which is, I'll be honest, it's really starting to hurt my head having to constantly think about, well, can I place this in a certain way that blocks the beam? That's not blocking the beam, that's just connecting to it, which causes a small problem. No, it doesn't do anything. Say, this Star World has been a hell of a challenge. I need to take my dog outside soon as well so she can have her bathroom, so she can go to the toilet. Which might actually give me the 10 minutes of sort of breathing space I need. Come on. Come on, you can figure this out. You've knocked 5 of these down, there's only 2 to go. Does connecting to the blue around this corner have any benefit? Just checking. Nope, that's double trouble, isn't it? Yep. Just me being me, trying to find a gap that maybe shouldn't be there. So when that's there... Oh! It hurts my head. Maybe doing this after a full day of work isn't the best idea, but... I don't know what I'm thinking anymore. I'm just sort of plonking these down. Bit of a hit and hope. That's all I need. Oh my god. This is painful. One hour 40 now into the stream. I am having regular bouts of what? 6-7 minutes without saying a single word? Man, this is bad. This is bad. I'm 2 away from having this done. From having Road to Gehenna finished. And as much as I'm, you know, I've loved the DLC. I love being in the Talos Principle. This is starting to grind me down now. Oh, yeah. This is normally where I'd start, you know, coaching myself. Be like, come on, think outside the box. But there's no box left to think outside of. Which technically means you're outside the box, but you know, yeah. Basically, I'm all out of ideas at this stage. I can't even get past the interim part of this puzzle, which is getting through here to get that connector. Once I've done that, there's more to work out, but I can't even get to that point yet. Right, I'm gonna go and take my dog outside. So I'll be gone for 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna come back and hopefully a bit of fresh air and 10 minutes spent with my dog will be might help. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. A bit more than 10 minutes. I think that was nearly 15, but I have returned. So, question is, has that little break been enough to help me figure this out? Probably not, but, you know, let's keep trying. This is really, really difficult. Hold on. Right, they talked about... Let me listen to the developer commentary again. I know this is mildly... Yeah, it's very slightly cheating, but... They say something about the big puzzle.
Except for the big one, were actually made by one of our programmers who worked on the connector mechanic. They came up with some really clever ways to use it, which led to what we now call the laser grid. That whole concept evolved into something bigger and became the main gameplay thing in Orpheus.
Okay, right. All of these puzzles except for the big one. This one's called Small Space Big Solution. So I'm now thinking... that this definitely... Right, okay. But that doesn't really change. Oh, yay. My first bot. Banned. First message of a 2-hour stream, and it's just a bot. Just a bot. Yeah, so I've now got this blue beam going across, but it just doesn't really change anything. And by it doesn't really change anything, I mean it changes absolutely nothing. The only way it would possibly change something is if there was a red beam in here, but there isn't. So it's not that one. Ah, there is a red beam in here, though. Ah! Oh, this is kind of what I was getting at, right? This is what I was talking about at the start of the stream. I had this weird feeling that there might be... something along the lines of the puzzles connecting up. Though admittedly it still only gets me so far. And because it still takes 2 connectors to hook that up, I can't get through here. What else links up? Because they're very much implying... Yeah, look, there's more to this. That's blue. This one could also be red, I guess. This one... Do I need red again? I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I just have a feeling that this is what they're talking about. I think my brain is giving up on me here. I definitely think there's something that I'm onto something with the big. I mean, it's small space, big solution, and then the developer, which is something I shouldn't really know. I shouldn't have the developer commentary on for this part of the game if I've not played it in theory, but no, they're talking about the big puzzle, so it has to be that one, or it could be this one, but I don't see how it could be this one oh, hold on. No, I still don't see how it could be because they have to cross over. I was thinking if it's blue, then I can just do that. But I still need to get through there, which means I still need red. I guess Unless you went... like that. And then you had a red one come out here. No, because it would still have to cross over. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense in what I'm trying to achieve. I'm struggling here. I'm going to reset the whole world. This is really tricky. I don't like it. It's making me feel sick because I'm getting stressed. Which isn't how you should enjoy your video games, people. Ooh. Hold on. You are fucking kidding me. How have I even done that? So I had the red beam connecting to this connector. Wow. Okay. I'm not entirely sure I could pull that off again if I tried. That felt like a bit of a fluke. Right. 6 down, 1 to go. Small space, big solution. This has to incorporate all of the other... or some of the other... puzzles. It has to. But I just don't understand how. Because anything I bring in, I'm bringing in through here. Right? So I can bring red or blue in through this gap. But then... I need a second connector to do the job for me anyway. So it doesn't really work, but let's see. Ah, hold on, hold on. No, that doesn't work. It's funny, for a split second I thought I was onto something, but it's yet another red herring. Oh, not a red herring. False dawn, I guess. I had another idea then, which would have been to have the other connector over here, the blue one. Yeah, the other connector here be blue. Yeah, so this is what I was trying to achieve. I don't think it really works though. No matter where I put that, it wouldn't have worked. Fuck off. Has this got an angle on any other? Only double trouble. I really, really do not want to have to look this up. Because I hate doing that. But I also hate being stuck to the point of just being out of ideas completely. And this is it as well. This is potentially the last puzzle of the DLC. Minus the sigil puzzle I'll need to do to release admin, but that's a different kind of puzzle. This is one of those, I don't know if anyone will ever see this who has completed this, but it would be so frustrating sitting watching when you know the solution, watching me continuously just not quite know what to do. Oh my god. Oh my god, hold on, what if I do that? No, that doesn't fucking work. It doesn't work. Ah, shit. Just bumped into my microphone. I am still here. I'm just sort of just dumbfounded at this point. No real idea. It seems I'd knocked the gain up on my microphone as well, so that's a shame. Hopefully it's not been too long that I've been far too loud. Tilt my microphone so it's further away from my shoulder. I think it's my shoulder that keeps knocking it. Just trying anything I haven't yet tried. Head is killing me. Not like I don't have a headache, but my head feels heavy. I feel overwhelmed. And I know the right thing to do here is to walk away now. Like, take a break, don't get into a place where I resent it, but I don't want to spend... I don't want to spend another few days or weeks or whatever on this one puzzle. I want to overcome it. I wanted to overcome it tonight. I thought, oh, there's literally got 7 puzzles left in the DLC. You know, 7 puzzles. Pretty straightforward, pretty not easy, but you know, should get that done. And yet, here we are. Head's going to explode. Hello, why? Dear. Oh my god, I cannot wrap my head around this. Hmm. This is without any shadow of a doubt the hardest puzzle of the game. Of the main game, the DLC, everything. Because I can't even get past the first bit. so fucking annoying. There's 2 beams, a few connectors, a few receivers, and 2 connectors, and that's all it is. And yeah, it's just... I can get into here and that's it. I have no idea how to clear this first gate. Oh, hey, Decam. Yeah, I literally... I just said that, probably just before you joined in then. That So, we're 2 hours, 35 minutes into the stream. I think I got to this puzzle an hour ago. In fact, yeah, I think just over an hour ago. And then I went back to transfer, and I feel like I accidentally solved it. Well, using logic I've learnt, but I didn't realise I was solving it as I did it, if that makes sense. This one is just absolutely breaking me. I'm probably not gonna... Yeah, multi-step beam cutting it's rough. It's so rough. I'm probably not gonna go for much longer here. It's already 10 past 10 at night. I do have to get up for work. Give it another 20 odd minutes, I think. Or until I feel like I'm just done. I kind of feel like I'm done anyway, but I'm determined to... I keep trying, just seeing what works. You just double, triple check. There's no way in. There's nothing I'm missing. Raymania. I've finished all the others. This is literally it. I'm down to the last one. Which one was Raymania? Is that this one? Yeah, this one was rough. This was quite difficult. It broke me a little bit. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hardest. I didn't mean to. Like, that's the thing. I had no... You know, it's the first time I've ever played the DLC, or played the Star World anyway. I just played them in a random order and happened to leave that one till last. I had no idea what it was. I knew nothing about it. Thankfully, because if that had been the first one I'd gone to, I might have given up tonight before I'd even begun. But right, that has nothing to do with it. Raymania, yeah, was a lot of fun. Well, it wasn't fun whilst I was trying to get through it, but once I'd seen the solution, it was like, yes, okay. My favourite one so far was probably... Was it this one? Nope, that one was annoying. Maybe Raymania was my favourite of this world. I'm not sure. It's hard to pick a favourite right now when I feel like the game is bullying me. I don't want to pick a favourite. I just want to cry in a corner. I just want to get through this. See the ending, because that'll feel like a huge thing for me. And then play In the Beginning, because I know nothing about In the Beginning. Absolutely nothing. And then, as I was saying on yesterday's stream, finally be ready for Talos 2 when I hit my Christmas time off work. I've got like 2 weeks off work. And that will be my Talos Principle 2 window. And that's just over a month away. I'm off work next week as well. I have a week off next week, so I'll be playing a lot of games, but I kind of want this done before then, because I want to play some other things. I'm not sure. The easiest puzzle in the beginning is probably on par with these. Oh, fuck it. Jesus. Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, man. I mean, fine. Whatever. The thing is, right, they're hard. But sometimes, like, for example, you could be an expert at puzzles. I could be an intermediate. But we could walk into the same puzzle and I could just see the solution and you might not. Sometimes that happens. I realise that's not happening right now with with this one, which is extremely difficult. And I'm glad to know this is the hardest, because if you'd have told me this was the easiest one, I'd be feeling very sad right now, having beaten the other 6. Is there anything else I am missing? We have got 1, 2 red receivers. 2. It's literally just 2 and 2. It's 2 beams, 2 connectors, and then 2 receivers of each colour. Why am I struggling with this? Where have I not put this yet? Let me... Let me just put this in places I haven't yet done it. You definitely not get this from... No. That's gonna... That's going to be... Oh, hold on. Sorry, Decam, I will read that in a minute. I'm firing 2 beams at each other, aren't I? I thought I... Do I need to stand here? Saw someone struggle with Raymania and solve press and jam in under 5 minutes. Whereas you solved Raymania in under 5 and got stuck on press and jam for an hour. Which one is press and jam? I'm going to check because I like the conversation. I find it there's finally somebody in my life, even if you're only here for like 5 minutes, who I can actually talk to about this game. The recorder puzzle in World 4. Oh, that's the one I did sit there and I think dick around with it for about 10 minutes or 15 minutes. But once I saw the solution, it was like, oh yeah, of course. It was quite straightforward. And that's the I think the beauty of this game is all of the puzzles, once you've solved them, you sort of, you know, it's that face palm, smack your forehead and, of course it's that. Though I will say the Star World here, less so. Some of them are a bit like, no, that wasn't simple at all. That was just difficult. I'm also bad at recorder. I think they've got to be everyone's, not necessarily least favourite, but they're the hardest things because you don't need to just think about what you're doing, but you need to think about what you're doing whilst your recorded actions are happening. Though I will say, considerably easier in Reawakened. In the original, when you didn't have pause points, my god. So difficult. Because you had to get your timing right as well. For whatever reason, you saw the solution for Raymania quickly. You see, I didn't see the solution quickly. But again, once I saw it, it was like, oh, of course that's what it is. It's actually really easy. It was, what was it? You like tuck. Let's go and have a look anyway. I need a break from that. My god. So what was it? I think ultimately you end up having the red beam comes out here. So I had it here and then here and there, and then blue. I can't remember which side it was now. I think it was that one over here, here, and there, and that was literally it. It was like, oh, okay, that was fairly straightforward. Hurt my brain for 20 odd minutes for no real reason. Small space, big solution. I keep thinking. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Other than like this world, and there's a couple in the DLC. You'll know the one. The crater star on World 2 is a bit complicated, but again, I think it's mostly complicated because of its scale. It's the same with open field in World 1. So you say the crater star is evil until you do it, and then it's like, oh shit, yeah. I just block myself with the crate, of course. The hexahedron. Open field I found really difficult, but again, I think it's the scale of it. It's so big, and your setup for it takes so long. That's my problem. Which is why and I'm about to say something extremely, contradictory. Which is why I really like the small scale puzzles. I feel like I'm better at them. Apart from this fucking one. But anyway, yeah, I keep thinking that this is something. It's the name, Big Solution. But it might not be. So I'm playing around with ideas, but I've been going at this for over an hour now. I know when reading up others' thoughts about Talos Principle in general, I've seen people say that certain puzzles have had them stuck for like weeks. I couldn't imagine. I don't think I quite have the patience to last weeks on a single puzzle. I know that means that they're probably going away and playing other games or doing other things, and it's not just, oh, I've got some spare time, I'm going to play Talos and try and finish that puzzle. Yeah, exactly. You have to do something, and then you have to go back and stop and interact with something you've already done. You're thinking about what you've already done as well as what you need to do, and you're having to think about two things at once. And I hope there's not too many recorder puzzles in Talos 2, but I would expect there will be. Time. God, it's been another 15 minutes since I said. Do I want an answer to recorder puzzles in Talos 2? No, let's leave it a surprise. Let's leave it a surprise. I'm sure there will be. I can't imagine they did away with them. The only way I can believe that they maybe did away with them or didn't use many of them is if they've incorporated some new puzzle mechanics, which, if I'm honest, I'm equal parts terrified of new puzzle mechanics in the Talos universe, but also excited. Anyway, I've got to get through the first game first. How much do I know? Virtually nothing. All I know through some of the developer commentary in this playthrough is, I believe, Jonas, the lead writer or one of the writers, talked about it. It's the story. It's something to do with Athena. And it also talks about how you know, you go on the journey through the Talos Principle, one on your own. And I think he said something along the lines of there's some element of cooperation in Talos 2. So, but that's all I know. I know nothing else. Which is exactly how, you know, I want it, but I probably know more than I would have chosen to know. But here we are. This can't be that hard. This cannot be this hard. You sound like my kind of person. Yeah, I have sat... Oh, have I seen any screenshots? No, I don't think... Outside of artwork, you know, general artwork they've released to sort of say, look, Talos Principle 2's here. I haven't seen anything. And that is exactly how it should be. I'm curious to know what your experience was like with Talos the first time around, because I can't even remember at this point where I heard of it. I've got a feeling I just saw it on Steam and it was a puzzle game, and I'd not long played Antichamber. I never finished Antichamber. I'd really like to finish it one day, but I've got a feeling I just saw it on Steam and thought, oh, I'll give that a go. I like puzzle games. And it fucking blew me away. And this is, like I talked about yesterday a little bit, I think this is now my favourite game of all time. I think it has to be. Fallout 3 has been dethroned after 17 years. Which is really inconvenient as well, because I'm in the middle of writing a massive script for a video of my top 100 games of all time. At which point the #1 game has always been a dead cert. And now that's been ruined. So, anyway, I'm rambling. I have got one more idea. Yeah, I guess the only people who would have really known about it maybe were hardcore, like properly hardcore puzzle game enthusiasts, and then maybe people who were huge fans of Serious Sam or Crow Team. I had never heard of Serious Sam before Talos. Glad I did, because the Serious Sam games are fucking great as well. They're really good. What's your favourite puzzle from the whole of Talos 1 Decam? If you incorporate the, you know, the main game, Road to Gehenna in the beginning. Because I think my favourite puzzle was one of the ones I did yesterday in World 4. Which of your children is it? Yeah, that's. Do you know that's a valid answer as well? That is a perfect answer. It is a tough question. Raymania's was a lot of fun earlier. The satisfaction I felt finishing that as well. But there, oh, what was the one I did yesterday? Not Press and Jam, not what was it? It was the one with the fan. I couldn't work out. Yeah, World 4. There's basically like a little fan, and you've got 4 gates, and then you got the fan at the end that pushes you over. It's the one where you release Mr. Mulciber. It's where you've got the Star Island and the what turned out to be a YouTube URL Easter egg on the tree. It's that one. That one was good once I'd figured it out. The Goliath one from World 4 was good, but it wasn't... Air delivery, that's it, yeah. Air delivery was great. Goliath, I actually didn't think was that great, because I thought it was actually quite easy. It was just huge, and it was time-consuming. It didn't necessarily feel like a great puzzle. Maybe I'm being harsh, but yeah, it was kind of easy. Yeah, exactly. It just felt a bit drawn out. It was... Oh, we're not too sure... Maybe what to... What am I trying to say? We're not too sure how to make yet another really difficult puzzle, so let's just make a really long one. That's kind of what it felt like. And even the star was easy, and I struggle with stars a lot. But I thought I'd cracked it then. I thought I had to do this, and that would push the red, but yeah, of course it doesn't. Probably not your final answer, but you'll tentatively say thrust vector from Talos Principle 2. Okay, exciting to know that your favourite, at least provisionally, is from the sequel. I will say, of the very little I have read or seen about the game, a lot of people do seem to consider it better than this, which... On the one hand, makes me incredibly excited that... Holy shit, can this game actually be topped? Is Talos 2 going to make me feel even stronger things than I felt here? But on the other hand, it, you know, scares me because it sets up expectations. I'm going to have huge expectations going in anyway. So I want to... I don't want to be disappointed. I don't see how I'm going to be disappointed, but it's a very close second. And that's fine. This game is like a 200 out of 100 for me. I'm not saying it's the perfect game. I'd argue Outer Wilds is the closest thing I've played to the perfect game. But this is just on another level to anything. Right, I think I'm throwing in the towel. I think. For now. Which means I'll be back another day. Unless... I'm just joining things together at this point, seeing what sticks. I definitely feel like this involves me standing in the way. This must hold this open. It has to. But how? Pendulum. Oh, yeah, that was very satisfying. Once you lined up the beams going through the windows at the top. You can't see me, but I'm mimicking the boxes going back and forward with my fingers. Yeah, that was very good. That was very good. I think that was one I needed to read. I didn't read a solution, but I read a hint. No, it wasn't. I read the hint as to how to get the star, not solve the puzzle. I think at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter which one you pick. They are all... The game absolutely nails that feeling of achievement when you collect the sigil and you get the... just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh, you haven't actually finished in the beginning. Okay. Am I supposed to... So, is the order... The recommended order of play... So, you've obviously played... Talos Principle, Road to Gehenna. By the sounds of it, Talos Principle 2, and then... In the beginning, you're kind of in the middle of doing? Or would the desired order be... everything in Talos 1 and then Talos 2? Because I'm quite keen to play them in what I guess would be the accepted order, or the correct order, quote unquote. Got 3 puzzles in. Release order. Be 1 Gehenna. Yeah, that would be release order. I'm wondering if that is the intended order, or if for story purposes, I don't know. I can read into that before playing it, I guess. Well, that was a piss poor attempt. I don't know what that was. Leaving the beginning for last. Okay. I guess that's the thing, right? Talos 2 will, presumably being a brand new standalone game, will be actually kind of forgiving again for the first hour or so. Maybe I need that mental respite. If you're saying, like, the easiest of in the beginning is on a par with this, then I am in for a rough time. I am still adamant that me standing in front of the beam is something to do with what I need to do. The least time, 45 minutes. Oh, shit. I could be playing in the beginning for the rest of my life. I think I'd be... No, I wouldn't be okay with that at all. I wonder if they'll do a Talos Principle 3. Having absolutely no idea what happens in 2, and as much as I adore the story of the game, I do feel it might be kind of limiting. I mean, you're talking about humans and life and AI and religion and philosophy. It feels like an endless subject, but I guess the way they've done it, it feels like I don't know how much mileage you could get out of it. I'd love a 3. Maybe I should play 2 before I start saying, oh, I'd love a Talos Principle 3, but I just want more of it. Yeah, I mean, that is... It's plausible. I'm trying to think of... What other puzzle games have made me feel like that? Where it just gets harder and harder. I mean, The Witness is a game I love. And it might be... I don't know if I'll ever finish The Witness. I find The Witness impossibly hard. I also learnt the other day, actually, that there are... that there's Steam Workshop support for this game, or the original or something, which... Can't believe I never knew that. And apparently those the sort of user-created puzzles make Road to Gehenna and stuff look piss easy. Which is a scary prospect. Reawakened has a puzzle creator. Gotcha. Found The Witness overwhelmingly boring. I can see that. I loved it. Or what I have played of it, because I've probably only got halfway through. I found it very peaceful, up until the point where I just couldn't solve puzzles and it was morbidly depressing. Right, I am chucking in the towel. I can't figure this out. I need to go away, and I'm going to be thinking about this all day at work tomorrow. I know it. But I think it's good to stop. It's good to take stock of where I am. Oh, thanks, Decam, for following. I've still got that old new follower pop up that I made about 3 years ago. Wonderful. I'll sort all that out at some point. Anyway, right, yeah, I'm going to call it. I am chucking these streams up on YouTube. I don't really know why. I think I put the World 4 one on YouTube because I just wanted to watch it back and be like, how did I solve all of those? So this will be going on there at some point. 10 years old. I don't know. I think that's impressive. I like it. We don't need no fancy over the top graphics. Just something basic. Anyway, Decam, thank you as ever for coming along and chatting. Really appreciate it. For anyone else that sees this, maybe, then yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys soon. Have a good evening. Bye bye.